So pay goes up in increments. So when I joined the service as a firefighter in development, I started on 22,500 during my 12-week basic course. Once I arrived on station, I got another pay rise that went up to £24,500. And then when I passed my probation and had my diamonds taken off my helmet, it went up to just over £30,000.
Being competent means that you've basically completed all of your training, so it's quite an intensive 2 years. It's based on theoretical and practical assessments and continuous learning basically. So once you've passed all of those assessments, as said, those diamonds will come off and then you're a competent firefighter. But obviously it's continuous learning, you won't stop learning once those diamonds come off still.
The pension scheme, I think, is still one of the best schemes that you have throughout a working career, and the benefits that you have on the side, if there is any unfortunate events that occur, support your family.
I have utilised the blue card. I've used it multiple times. Apple Music, shopping, it's a great way to get discount.
I think a lot of the Firefighters charity, it really is a great organisation and one that I've already had to use myself. Despite it being quite early on in my career, I did have an injury outside of work last year, so I injured my knee. It was quite a serious injury, but I applied to go to Penrith, which is one of the rehabilitation centres, and through that they provide physio day in, day out for an entire week, and they really looked after me and everyone else that was there. It was a fantastic experience and got me back on the run much sooner than I could have imagined.
What the uniform means to me is it makes me proud to put it on. The first time I put it on till today, I'm still as proud. Going out into the community, people smile at you, so you get respect from the community, and I'm just very proud to wear it.
So I've got 2 sets of fire kit, so that includes leggings and tunics or a fire jacket that I can wear into a fire. We've also got a second tunic or jacket that is fluorescent yellow that we can use for car accidents. We've got a helmet and we've got fire hoods that protect our necks if we're going into a fire. We've also got different types of gloves that we wear either in a fire or to things like an RTC, a car accident.
It can be heavy at times, especially if you've got a BA set on, doing simple jobs which you think wouldn't require much energy exerted, you get a lot of thermal energy wasted.
So the annual leave that we get is probably the most generous I've ever known in any career that I've had. You get 33 days a year annual leave. Now when you consider that we do 2-day shifts, 2 night shifts followed by 4 days off, you only have to book 4 shifts off work and then you've essentially got 12 days off in a row. So, you know, over the course of a year, those 33 days do go quite far. So it is a really good work-life balance that you get out of that.
So on each station there are 4 watches, red, blue, white and green. Blue's the best obviously. And on each watch you will have a watch manager who's in charge of the watch, 2 crew managers who are below the watch manager that carry out day-to-day duties or take over if the watch manager's not there, and then you have your firefighters. And depending on which station you're on, depends on how many people you have on one time at your watch. And your watch is the people that you work with on a daily basis. They're the people that you eat with, they're the people that help you with your learning and your training, and they're the people that you go to jobs with.
Depending on the number of shouts that we get, there are main priorities, but what we do is we try and keep the community as safe as possible, so we go out and teach schools and do educational based learning, and we also do safe and wells, which provide as much safety to the community as possible, making sure they got smoke alarms and just giving them information on fire safety and other safety around the house.
So a safe and well visit is visiting those people in the community that need our support. The best fires are the ones that never happen. So we go into people's properties, we ask them about their well-being, We check their property to make sure that it's safe in case there's going to be a fire. So we install new smoke alarms. We go through cooking practices. We make sure they've got a bedtime routine. We look at whether or not they're able to get up or down stairs, where their bedrooms are. Do they have oxygen in their properties? Do children live there? What would their children do in a fire? And we just give general advice to offer reassurance. Sometimes if we feel that somebody needs more than we can offer them, we will then refer that on to the fire prevention team, and then they can pick that up and provide further support and work with different elements in the community.
Drilling is the fun part of the job, where you get to practice what you preach, really. So you get to show your skills on the yard, and with different watch managers, they come up with different scenarios, so they make it as realistic and life-based as possible, and you learn your good points and your weaknesses on top of your strengths, and you learn where you can improve in the future.
Gym time is great at work. It's one of the best part of my day. There's not many jobs out there that you get paid to use the gym for. So you get an hour a day. The gym kit is really decent. You get an hour. You get to use each other's knowledge. So you get to bounce, train together. What I use personally is strength condition and fitness and cardio. Those are the two key elements that you probably want to practice day to day. Don't just focus on one, strength or just cardio. You need both being a firefighter.
Food varies depending on where you're at, to be honest. So I suppose depending on which watch you're on will differ on how that works out. So on our watch, I think we've got to go for a job now.